good job of that, and, you know, we feed off of it.
All right, Vince Carter joining us now, and you've both been on the receiving end of some of those great Warriors third quarters, but I do want to focus in on last night. How was Golden State able to have so much success in this third quarter, Pat?
I think it's more than basketball, I'm going to be honest. They've been doing it for so long, over so many years. I don't know if it's training staff. I don't know if it's coaching, mental preparation, whatever it is. They come out third quarter, they explode. Everyone in the league, we all in the locker room, hey, man, y'all watch out. Y'all know historically they're the best third quarter team to ever do it. So I think it's more than just basketball. I think you have to give their training staff a lot of credit, getting their bodies ready, and their coaches getting their mental preparation ready.
Vince?
I think it's mental preparation as well, and Pat hit it on the head, in my opinion, that they understand if we hit first, we can finish the game. It's not like we hit first in the first quarter and then, they're going to make an adjustment in the second half. No, this is the second half. We're going to hit first and take them out of what they want to do. We've made our adjustments. Let's go. Let's finish the game. And they have veterans. They have a veteran coach. They have a veteran players that you can just speak that into existence, and they know what that means, and they execute it in the third quarter.
Well, not having been on the receiving end of those corners, but watching them for many years, it seems almost like there's a pacing sense to it, right? They have this internal rhythm that they know when they come out of the locker room, that's sort of the separation time. As long as the Warriors are plodding along, right? And even if they're down 2, down 3, obviously we saw in game 1 it didn't quite come to fruition, but they still had a monster third quarter. Pat, I know you haven't been on the show very much, but we do a little something called It's Over. Run that open that I love so much, please.
The bounce, he's going to catch it, put it between his legs, and dunk it.
Oh, it's over!
That's how you did it, right? Like this? It's over.
Oh, my goodness, it is over!
All right, so just to remind everyone at home, this is a segment where Vince Carter tells us when in the game it was over in his mind. So when was game... Yeah, see, you got it. When was game 2 over, Vince?
Yeah. Oh, come on now. Malika, you know, it was third quarter. Like we just talked about it, third quarter with the Curry flurry. Curry set the tone with the flurry of threes, and after that, it was over. Let's run the tape. You see here what they did, high pick and rolls, and they have Draymond set a screen on you, set a screen on you. Wait a minute, we got more screens because Gary Payton is coming up the screen, and guess what? It's cold, it's snowing in here because the flurry starts here. Look at the separation because of everybody committing to setting the great screen. Grant Williams is out of the play, can't do anything about it. That's when Curry gets going. Now, here it is again, high pick and roll up to half court. And you know what that does? The big has a decision to make. Either you're going to run up or you're going to sit back because you don't want to get beat by Steph Curry with his ability to lay it up. Curry flurry. Let me back it up now. Let me take it on forward and keep it moving, keep it moving. Wait a minute, Jordan Poole says, I want a little bit of this action too. 33 seconds left. There's the high screen again. You see he has the big sitting on that island. Cancun style.
I see what you did
Step
there.
back 3. Bucket. You know what I'm saying? So that's, that's what it's all about. The Curry flurry is contagious and everybody gets into the rhythm and gets into that action. Once you see Steph rolling like that, you want a little bit of that action too. And guess what, guys? It's over.
It's over. I love it. You got the little Curry shimmy, you have the Curry flurry. Do you see it that way, Pat? That's when it was over, is when Steph started to get his rhythm?
No, I seen it in the post-game interview after game 1. You kind of seen it in their eyes. You know, Draymond was kind of angry. You know, you seen Steve Kerr, his, the vocals on him was kind of scratched. You know, he let players have it after that game. So I say after that game, when they start mentally preparing for game 2, that's when I kind of knew, okay, yeah, they about to come out. It ain't going to be close.
Yeah, well, the Warriors, they've never trailed in a series at this point in the season 2-0 in the Steve Kerr era. So you could tell that they didn't want to make this the first. So
that's impressive.
Draymond. He had a very Draymond game last night, and you all know this better than anyone, that sometimes the impact on winning, it doesn't always show up in the box scores. But first, I want to look at the box score. I want to look at his stat line and have you guys break down what you don't see. So you can see right there, 9 points, 5 rebounds, 2 of 3 from the field. And Draymond's box score from game 2, it wasn't anything special, right? It's not like anything stood out. He was making these huge shots that were felt far beyond, but his impact, right? It was felt far beyond this. So Vince, what did you see here?
Draymond's energy, and Pat Bev mentioned everybody after the game talked about, that was there when their preparation started. You can hear it in his voice. You can see it in Klay Thompson's voice. And here's how he set the tone. We saw game one right here when Horford would get the ball on the swing. He had the pick of the litter, whatever he wanted. Now he's into the ball. We get a tie ball in 10 to 15 seconds into the game. That is setting the tone. Now, it's not going to be like that today. And it's one thing to talk about it. It's another thing to be about it. And he showed his guys, I'm ready to go. Are you? Here, by any means, to get his guy, Steph Curry, a shot. I'm going to hold you. I'm going to screen you. I'm going to push you out the way. I'm going to do whatever to get my guy shot and get him rolling because he understands how important Steph Curry is. Here it is again. Grant, you're going to push me. I'm going to push you. I'm going to screen you. Then I'm going to go to screen you, White. Oh, then I'm going to go screen you, Horford. Guess what? Wide open shot because he needs to get his guy going. Now, he said, I'm going to do whatever it needs to take. I'm going to talk to you. I'm going to push you. I'm going to say whatever, and I'm going to let you know we here. And that's what he does. He sets the tone on the floor and off the floor. And like Pat Bev said, it was set before the game started of game two. And that's put them in the mentality of when the game starts, this is what we're going to do.
So here's the thing. Obviously, I mean, you can look at me. I've never played in the NBA.
No, you haven't?
But,
you see them arms. Chill,
I could.
relax.
Yeah, see, I could. But here's the thing. I've never played in the NBA, but when I was watching the game last night and then when I was listening to everything post-game, I understand, as someone who grew up in the Bay Area, watching Draymond Green over the years, I believe that his energy is so contagious for Golden State. I do understand that that is something that can lift and push this team. But to me, and we'll get into the reasons and the things that I saw from Golden State later, it wasn't necessarily at the top of the list or when it comes to why the Warriors were able to create that separation. Where do you rank Draymond and his impact and importance of this game, Pat?
I think Draymond was a classic Draymond.
Right.
But what he did game two and he didn't do game one, he played with emotion but wasn't emotional. You know, it's a difference. In game two, you kind of seen him, maybe chirping a little bit. First play of the game, he gets the jump ball. He doesn't say a word. Okay, cool. I'm supposed to do this. Let me calm down. I'm calm. My team is calm. I think when you get that version of Draymond, the playing with emotion but not emotional, and trust me, I'm one of those guys, too, who plays with a ton of emotion, but finding that balance of helping your team and not hurting your team. I think he came out with a great attitude, and I think that's propelled them into a good game.
Okay, you mentioned the chirping. Vince, I want to focus in on the second quarter, the dust-up with Jaylen Brown. No technical foul called. Draymond stays in the game. Did you agree with that ref decision?
Well, Malika, Pat, this could go either way. It just depends on how you look at it. Do you look at it as great officiating, understanding? Yeah, I don't think it went any further. Yes, it was push and shove, but you didn't see anything after that. Separation, nothing excelled and continued to more pushing, more shoving. It was like, all right, don't do that. All right, boy, get out the way. All right, man, what are we going to do? Nah, let's chill. And it was over with. I can see if it continued where there was more pushing, you're trying to get into his face, or other pushing and shoving started, then you have to give that technical, then Draymond is out.
But, I'll tell you. Pat, go ahead, and then I'll tell you what I think.
50-50. You look at it both ways, so go ahead. No, go ahead. That's what I'm saying. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Okay. No, I think that, when you're in this stage of the game, obviously the NBA championship, you need your best product on the floor. And obviously, one of the best products for Boston is Jaylen Brown. On the other side is Draymond Green. I mean, if this is regular season, yes, maybe some guys get kicked out. But, as viewers, as fans of the game, you don't want to see anybody kicked out for whatever reason. Referees have a hard job as it is already. Credit the referees. They did the great thing. This is me actually talking because I'm still in the NBA, Vince, so I really can't.
Here's the thing. I'm not going to push you. You keep your money.
Understood. I hear you loud and clear.
I would have made the same call that Zach Zarba did, I think, just because, again, I understood the argument for double text, right? But when one player already has a technical foul and you know that it's going to result in an ejection for one player and not the other, I saw Jaylen Brown say that he thought that potentially maybe Draymond was trying to pull his pants down. In that video, you could see a little grab there. I don't know the intent. I mean, that's what Jaylen said. I don't know what the intent was, but I think it was the correct call.
He said that?
Yeah, he said that he thought that potentially there was a little pants pull going on there.
Very strategic.
But maybe he was just trying to get up and needed a handle to do so. I don't really know. But if I was Zach Zarba, I think I would have made in that building with the stakes that there were, looking at the fact that one tech foul player already had a tech